Mario. Please come to the castle. I have baked a cake for you. Yours truly, Princess Toadstool. Peach.
Hello everyone, and welcome ladies and gentlemen to Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. I am One More Sheep yet again, and this here, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the greatest games ever made. It's just have a look castle there. Oh my god, this looks beautiful. This was a launch title for the N64, ladies and gentlemen, and sweet Jesus, was it a launch title. This game was phenomenal through and through, and of course it is the very first true full-blown 3D Mario game where we have full analog movement, and I believe this is actually the first 3D game I ever played. This was pretty damn mind-boggling back in the day, you know, ladies and gentlemen. The only sort of complaints I have really about the controls is well, it uses the N64 control stick, which is a little bit imprecise, and the camera doesn't exactly work like modern games, because the camera sort of goes at 8 separate angles when you press the C buttons to move them, which is kind of awkward, but I can zoom it out and in and whatnot, and I can look at the scenery like so, which is pretty damn dope, what can I tell ya? If I press the R button, I can also zoom the camera in like this, which means I can use it to make it a little bit more precision-based, like I don't know what they called. Like, I can, for example, I can walk very carefully on this by zooming the camera in like this, you know, but I digress. Good afternoon, the Lakitu brothers here, reporting live from just outside the princess's castle. Mario has just arrived on the scene. We'll be filming the action live as he blah 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 blah. So yeah, basically this game is quite interesting in the fact it gives us an actual excuse for there to be a camera, because technically the camera we're using is actually controlled by the Lakitu, which is it's a nice bit of world building that I do dig. It's not necessary, but I like it. But basically, our princess has been captured yet again, so fortunately it is our job as the grand finale, fantastic, awesome dude, Super Mario, to go and rescue her. How do we do that? Well, we go into these paintings. Let's go into the first stage of the game, Bob-omb's Battlefield, hell to the air.
Let's go.
And there we are. Now, every time we enter a new stage, we actually do get to choose what mission we actually get to accomplish, and we can basically do most of the missions in any order we so choose, but for the sake of this LP, I'm going to start doing these missions in the order we actually select them, because, well, that way people can use this for walkthrough purposes, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, that's one of the best things about this game. It's a very open-ended game where generally, the game gives you an idea of what to do and where to go, but after that, it's basically entirely up to you to figure out, okay, I need to go up here, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to fight the boss, bada bing, bada boom, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But I digress. Anyway, what Mario brings to his arsenal this time around, ladies and gentlemen, is a hell of a lot of maneuverability, which he never had previously. For example, I can jump, do a double jump, then do a triple jump to get really big height, which is pretty damn dope. If I press down the Z button, I can crouch, and I can crawl on the floor. Oh, fuck you, Bubble. So yeah, I can crawl on the floor like so, and I can do this. Don't know what it does, but I can do it. Basically, press Z and B, and you do like this weird drop kick move. It's neat. If I do it still as well, it does like this break dance, which is completely pointless, but hey, it's a move you can do. Woo! And if I'm holding down Z button while pressing it, I can do various acrobatic moves like that backflip or this long jump, which I'm gonna be abusing to hell and back, ladies and gentlemen, during the course of this LP, because well, I can basically get massive, massive distance done. What can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? But I digress. Anyway, my voice may not still be 100% because I'm still a little bit ill. So I do apologize as well if that comes through in the recording, but you know, you can't help being ill, and I need to get at least this week's worth of recording done. So as it stands right now, my throat's just a little bit off, so you may be able to hear that in my voice. But our goal basically for this first star is to get to the top of this mountain, so let's go into this little crevasse and teleport Mario all the way on upwards. That's a reference a lot of people probably isn't going to understand, but basically there's a YouTuber called Electrical Beast who did this LP of this game. It was a pretty interesting LP to say the least, but it was really enjoyable, and I'm probably going to start referencing that guy a lot. But anyway, it's time for the very first boss fight of the game against King Bob-omb, and this is a very simple boss. All you have to do, run behind him, pick him up, and throw him, and he'll get hurt. Repeat this 3 times. Now, you can throw him off the mountain, but don't do that, because it will reset the boss fight again, and it's a little bit annoying. You know, when you have to redo the entire boss from scratch, you know, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, first boss of the game, it's really easy peasy. You should not have any trouble with it whatsoever. Could it be that a pipsqueak like you has defused the Bob-omb King? Yes. Yes. Because I'm a Mario. I could do the Mario voice right now, but it'll kill my throat, so I'm not going to. I'll save that for later parts in the LP, but there we go. Let's have a quick look. Ooh, that's a shiny looking star. Let's go pick it up. Hell yeah. Oh, okay, I missed it. Alright, go on. Mario, pick up the star. There we go. There's a bit more trouble than needed to be. Jesus Christ. Whew. Wah. But yeah, if I occasionally get a little bit of silent parts in, you know, it's little breaks in my commentary during the course of my LP, chances are it's me doing some editing, because I'm going to be coughing a lot, so I'm going to have to edit those coughs out, which is kind of annoying. But hey, it's now time to do a foot race with Koopa the Quick. And Koopa the Quick is a character. Oh god, he's gone, and now he's there. Now he's gone, now he's there. Classic video games. But Koopa the Quick is a character that comes. You have to race him about twice in total in this game, and basically we have to run all the way back to the very top of the mountainside we were just at. Now, I do believe there is a way for Koopa the Quick to scold you if you cheat, but the thing is, I think you need to be close enough to him when you do cheat for him to actually get all pissy about it. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to cheat. Hell to the yeah. And I love how maneuverable Mario is in this game. It's something he kind of loses a little bit of during the course of like Mario games later on. Like Mario Sunshine, he gets a little bit less maneuverable, but that kind of makes sense because he does get a jetpack in that game. In Super Mario Galaxy, all of his abilities then just get replaced with a dinky spin attack, which, as useful as that dinky spin attack is, you know, it's this is the most maneuverable Mario has been to date, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we just jump up here, touch the flag, bada bing, bada boom, victory is ours! And we just have to wait for the Koopa the Quick to come back. I'm just going to skip past while he runs up here, because we have to wait for him to manually run all the way up to this mountain. It's kind of annoying, so yeah, I'll see you guys in a second. And there we are. Whoa! You really are fast! A human blur! Here you go, you've won it fair and square. I'll catch you next time, for my name isn't Koopa the Quick. Gotta go fast! Don't know why I gave him a Sonic the Hedgehog voice, but there we go, there's the second star done and dusted. And you'll notice during the course of this game that you rack up the stars you collect very, very quickly during the course of the playthrough. Like, it's very easy and quick to get stars during the course of this game, which is something I do appreciate, ladies and gentlemen. But it's time to shoot to the island in the sky, and we're actually introduced to a brand new mechanic that's, It's a pretty damn major mechanic in the grand scheme of Mario 64. Basically, you talk to these guys. These are peace-loving bob-ombs. They're friendly bob-ombs, basically. And, if you talk to the right ones of these, they will give you access to a cannon. And I believe there's a cannon in almost every world. So, you know, you talk to these guys, they'll open up the cannon, and then you can use it to fire yourself to a massive distance away. See that? For example, see that floating island up there? That's our destination. How are we going to get there? Well, we need to abuse these cannons. Now, this cannon that I'm using right now is a bit too far away, so I could not reach that no matter what. But there is a second cannon all the way over yonder that I'm going to be utilizing to the best of my abilities. So, yeah. Also, hang on, let me just, boop! Where's that Koopa? Here he is. So, when you see Koopas in the levels, they're very rare you actually come across them. This is like one of maybe 5 Koopas in the game. You can actually jump on them and then use their shell to surf on the land, which is, something that I rarely bother to do, but you know, it's something neat, and it gives you a hell of a lot of maneuverability, which I do appreciate. What can I tell you? And if you want to get off the shell, you just basically press the Z button and it'll disintegrate for some reason. But alright, let's get this just right. I think that's about right. Getting the aim with this cannon is a little bit dodgy on times, so hopefully. Oh no, I shot right over it. Oh well. No fret, there is a second cannon over yonder, so here we go. Oh, Pim, I almost fell. Oh, my heart. Oh, no. Oh, God. I should not do that Mario voice. My throat isn't ready for it yet. Like, you guys might be wondering, why am I even bothering to record the LP if I'm a little bit ill, and it's simply because I've been putting off recording for the past couple of weeks now. This throat has not been better for about 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, I'm better than I was, but oh god, there's nothing worse than being ill, wanting to do things, and then you're just so bedridden, so you can't. It's just depressing, you know, ladies and gentlemen. So I just have to bite the bullet with this. But now that we've gotten 3 stars, we can actually go and open up another door in the castle, and that's basically the major way we're going to be, all our levels are going to be locked off. Our levels are going to be locked behind doorways for the most part during the course of this game. And we're going to need to basically gain more and more and more stars to gain access to these levels. And, what mission was this? Red coins, wasn't it? Yes, alright, let's go get the red coins. So, basically you're going to find yourself unlocking a lot more areas in the castle with the more power stars you actually pick up during the course of the adventure, which is, you know, it's a nice way to lock things out. This is basically the sort of game design that went into the likes of Banjo-Kazooie as well, you know. Like, this game inspired so many games, and this style of 3D platformer sort of disappeared after a while. Like, I think the last major 3D platformer of this style to be released, not including the upcoming Mario Odyssey, is probably Jak and Daxter, the first one, you know. It's after that, this style of open-ended 3D platformer just sort of died out somewhat, and it's kind of depressing because I actually enjoy this. Like, it's more of an adventure game than it is a platformer, I'll be perfectly honest, but you know, I love exploring these levels, I love exploring these landscapes, and finding all the MacGuffins. What can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? What can I tell you? Indeed! Yes! Give me that one up, hell yeah! No, though, I know a lot of people aren't too fond of these levels at times because, well, for instance, picking up these 8 red coins that are littered throughout the environment because, well, they can be a little bit tedious to find, especially your first time playing through the game, and while they ain't so bad in Mario 64, a lot of people will probably see red coins and cry because, basically because of Mario Sunshine. The red coins missions in that game were, terrible, to be perfectly honest. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of the black marks of Mario Sunshine. I'll talk more about that game when I actually go around to tackling it, because I will be LPing that game in the future, but, you know, for the meantime, let's just go and start traversing this mountain. What can I tell you? Alley-oop! Hell yeah! And it's time to head on to the floating island yet again, because I believe the final red coin is on there. I tend to forget things. Yeah, there it is. I tend to forget things about this game a lot, and I did my test run of this game about pretty much last night at the time of this recording, but you know, this is a game that I tend to forget tiny, very tiny things about, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But let's just take the cannon and use it as a shortcut. What can I tell you? One thing I love about this cannon is basically if you use the cannon, you will never get hurt from long range. The cannon will basically keep you safe. You'll never take long fall damage, which is good. Because when you jump off a high like place normally, you can take fall damage. Fall damage hurts. It is unpleasant, but cannons rectify that, which is something I pretty damn like. What can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen? What can I tell you? Indeed. Yes. Now this mission by you, mission number 5, Mario Wings to the Sky, we can't actually accomplish yet, and you might have noticed earlier on, well actually you can see it right now, it's a little glowing yellow thing in the distance. We can still get a star in this mission, despite the fact it's not the mission, it's not the star for this mission, and that's what I was on about before when I said this game is a little bit open-ended, and sometimes you can get stars out of order, which is what I'm going to be doing right now. I'll be getting the 6th star instead of the 5th one because, well, because I can basically, but aha, mamma mia! Basically, just ground pound this peg by jumping and pressing the Z button. After a couple of times, you'll free this chain jump, which will graciously break open the gate for us. Hell to the air. And there we go. Now, we will be backtracking to this world once I get the necessary power up, but for the meantime, as far as I'm concerned, we're done with the first world of the game. Hell yeah! Whew, making some quick progress, what can I tell you? What can I tell you? Indeed. Actually, I just did this in record time compared to my test run. It took me like half hour on my test run. But anyway, now it's time to move on to the next stage of the game. Well, not the next real stage. I'm going to move on up here to this 1-star doorway and open this up using the power of our power stars. Because in this 1-star doorway is a secret level. Well, everyone knows this place exists, so it's not really secret, but technically it's a secret level because no one will really figure this out on their first playthrough. Basically jump through the stainless steel glass and we have a slide stage. Now for the slide stage by here, well actually first things first, you can get loads of coins if you ground pound this. Hell yeah, look at, oh they're on the racetrack. Basically what you're going to want to do to get through this mission, ladies and gentlemen, is slide down as quick as physically possible. If you can get past the end of the stage within, I want to say 20 seconds or 21 seconds, I think that's the time, you will be able to get a power star. You also get a second power star as well just by actually hitting the block in the end. But there we go, I beat it within 21 seconds, so let's just grab this and bada bing, bada boom. I'm surprised I got the second star on the first try, because this stage does have does have 2 power stars. You get this one for beating the time limit and the one in that box for well, just beating the stage, really, so, yeah, I'm surprised at that. But yeah, it's a pretty damn neat stage, and, it goes by really slowly, but it's one of the more memorable ones, you know, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'm not going to let you guys make you guys watch that again, so I'm just going to do that stage a second time, and I'll catch you guys at the end of it. Oh, Christ, I beat the score again. I'm surprised at that. I usually have a lot of trouble getting that speed on this mission, but, if I slide right off as well, the game awards us with a 1-up, and the 1-up mushrooms in this game, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, are a pain in the fucking ass, to be perfectly blunt, because, well, they run away from you, and it's annoying. I'd much rather if they just sort of stood there and let me pick it up instead of driving off. And depth perception's a bit of a pitch as well, because those 1-up mushrooms are 2-dimensional objects, and I always have trouble tracking where they are in relation to me. But I digress. Time to move over and head into the second real world of the game, which is one that a lot of people who, if they played Mario Galaxy 2, might recognize, because this stage was basically brought back in Mario Galaxy 2. It's time for Whomp's Fortress. Hell yeah, let's do this.